All right. I was wrong. I was wrong about Southwest Airlines. I wanted to make a video and make sure that I told you what is now the truth and how I was wrong. This video is going to talk about that, but also I have some new information, or new to me, maybe new to you, information about becoming a Southwest flight attendant. So, like application stuff. So, first of all, what was I wrong about? If you don't know me, I'm Abby Unger. I'm the owner of Flight Attendant Career Connection, and I help aspiring flight attendants land their dream job faster with less frustration. So, you may have heard me say in a video or maybe on Facebook in a post about a in answer to the question, when is Southwest going to be accepting flight attendant applications? And I always say no one knows, which that was true. No one knows. But I also say, but the thing about Southwest is they usually accept applications from their internal candidates first. So current employees, they usually open it up to them first. And that always gives us a clue that the external application is probably coming soon. Well, that's not the case this time. So I was wrong about that. That is not what they're doing. They are opening an external flight attendant job posting on September 26, 2023, in the morning. So no internal. The company has said that they are not doing internal first this time because just like everyone, everyone is struggling with staffing, all different industries and companies, and it would create such a burden if all of a sudden they had a bunch of people transfer out of their current positions within the company to go in flight. It would just create a lot of holes and open jobs that need to be filled, and it could affect the operation. So instead, they decided to apply or open the application for external first. So they are opening the external application in the morning on the 26th. They say in the morning, and they don't give us a time, so we don't know what time they're opening, but in the morning, and then it will be closed by 1 o'clock p.m. Central, same day. So this is not this is the usual way they do it, a couple hours open. Now, I think the reason that they're not telling us what time it's opening is because in the past, their computer systems crash. Everyone is on there at the time, refreshing, which is like, using their servers and refreshing that page within their website until it opens. And then everyone's trying to apply with it at the same moment. And 20,000 people, almost 20,000 people trying to get on the portal at one time, that their computer system isn't doesn't most computer systems couldn't handle that. So they've had crashes, they've had bigger crashes, smaller blip crashes, but this time they're not telling us what time. So in the morning, be prepared. In the morning, they are based out of Central Time. So in the morning, Central Time, be ready to submit your application. Now, you can go ahead and create a candidate profile, which gets you some of the information already in there. So you could just log in the morning and then finish the application. So Southwest has a lot of information on their website available to candidates. Lots of information. There is an article on their website about how to tailor your resume for the job. The Southwest has a frequently asked questions PDF that has like a very in-depth kind of thing about what to expect, and really kind of like fleshed out. It's a PDF. It's like a paper, several pages long. They also have their website page focused on flight attendants to talk about bases and stuff like that. I'm going to put all those links down below just for your easy reference, so that you can quickly reference them, all the different information that Southwest provides. Also, Southwest does a webinar. They used to do it every Tuesday, but now I don't think it's every Tuesday, but it's called Career Connections. It's not affiliated with my company in any ways, but that's just what they call their webinar, and it's hosted by the Southwest recruiting team. So it's really fun, and they talk about all different jobs and things like that. But I'll also put the link to register for that. It's free, and like I said, it's on most Tuesdays. The schedule should be on their website so that you can listen to it. Now let's talk about, um, oh, one other thing. Um, I'd love for you to join my email list too. I'm going to put that link below, talking about the links below. I'd love for you to join my email list because, like, I already sent this information out in an email. It's easier for me to quickly get an email out to my list instead of it takes a little longer for me to do a video and get it posted. So I would love for you to join the Flight Attendant Career Connection email list. I email pretty much every week, and it's about all different airlines, different interview tips. It's not just Southwest specific, but it is catered to the flight attendant career. So that link is below. If I'd love to have you. And then let's talk about what you need to know about the flight attendant application that's going to be opening on the 26th. I don't know if I said 23rd earlier. I have a child who was born on the 23rd of a month, and so maybe I did, but it's the 26th. It's Tuesday, the 26th. The 26th. Anyways, so reapply. When can you reapply? This has been the biggest question on Facebook, in my group, as well as in all the groups everywhere. When can you reapply? I don't have a clear answer, but I have some clues and I have some advice. First of all, in the past, Southwest it's been traditionally, historically, it was 1 year, it was 12 months before you could reapply for the flight attendant position after after you were unsuccessful in an interview. But post COVID, they waived that one time and said everyone can apply. Doesn't matter as long as you haven't been sent home from training, you can reapply. If you just didn't make it through the interview, you can reapply. So they did that once, and they kind of waived any rehire waiting period or reapplication waiting period. And I looked all over the website, all the frequently asked questions, all the pages, and I cannot find anything that is concrete. I'm even on their career email list. So they emailed me because I have a candidate profile that says, and they were like, guess what? We're opening. And so I looked through that to see if maybe it was in that email, but I haven't been able to find any information that has been published by Southwest, the company, about the time period you have to wait to reapply. Now, as far as other information, though, clues that I've kind of picked up is I was listening to one of the Career Connections webinar in August, and it wasn't about flight attendant, but one of the questions was about when can you reapply for flight attendant or what is the waiting period? And the recruiter said he didn't know, and that maybe hadn't been decided yet, and we would know when the application opened. And this was before they announced that it was opening, so he might not have even known that it was, within a month or so that it was going to be reopening. But he said that we won't know until it opens, and once it opens, you can read the job description, and it should have that in there as part of the criteria. So that is not super helpful, but it also, like, they don't know. they don't know either. It's not a hard and fast thing that never changes, so they don't know. So my advice, which is not, I don't love giving, I don't love this advice, but it's the best advice that I have, would be to be ready. If you've applied within the last 12 months and were unsuccessful, if you're outside that, you should be good. But if you within the last 12 months, so if you applied in January and you went through your interview process since then and you were not successful and you want to reapply, just to be ready on Tuesday morning with your resume and read the job description, and hopefully we'll know then. And it should be clear, I hope, in the job description that whether or not they or what the requirement is. Is it 12 months? Is it 6 months? Is it no months? Is it, I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be. I don't love that advice, because if you are not eligible to reapply, who wants to go look at the Southwest website on the day that you can't apply to your dream job? That's why I don't like giving that advice, because I wish I could tell you to just go and get a Starbucks instead on Tuesday morning or something fun. But that's the best advice, is just to kind of be ready, be prepared, but know that there's also the chance that you wouldn't be able to reapply. Okay. So that is my advice about that. Next, resume. Like I said earlier, I'm going to put a link to a page on the Southwest website where they talk about tailoring your resume to a job. So that can be really helpful. If you have a resume that has been getting you flight attendant interviews, then your resume should be good to go. Southwest does not use a computer system to pre-screen their resumes, so a human will read it, which if it got past a computer, then a human being will be able to also appreciate your experience and invite you to the interview. So if you have one, good, and it's been working, great. But since we have a little bit of time, maybe I would probably go and look at it and just make sure it's nice and fresh. Make sure for every job in the description you have one bullet point for safe about safety, one about customer service, and one about teamwork. And that's at least one about each one. Some jobs are more safety heavy, so they'll have a couple bullet points, or customer service heavy. But make sure you're kind of hitting those three. Also, make sure that, or think about, see if you can add the word fun or celebration in there. So Southwest, one of their main branding pieces of their branding is their fun loving attitude and their celebration. So if you've been applying to more traditional airlines, then you probably don't have the word fun in your resume. So I encourage you to go and think about how you had fun at work or some of your jobs, and maybe add a bullet point or replace a word with the word fun as it fits. So, for example, a teacher, you could say, create a fun and safe environment for children grades K5 through 6th. Or if you're a server, you could add a bullet point that says, create moments of fun and celebration for customers during important moments, something like that. Okay, so that you can add fun in there. I think that would go a long way with Southwest. Number 3 on my list, I don't even know, is you do need to be 20 years old to apply for the flight attendant position. You do, number 4, yeah, you do not need a passport to apply. You do not need a passport to interview. You do need a passport to be a Southwest flight attendant. So before training, you'll have to have your passport. So if you don't have your passport yet, you're waiting on it, or you haven't gotten to it yet, it's on your to-do list, move it to the top of the to-do list, and you can apply on Tuesday. But things are kind of be moving quickly for some people. For some people, it does take a long time to get hired by Southwest. They go in the order of applications. So if you're one of the first to apply, you could be in training first of the year, January, February, March class. If you are closer to 1 o'clock, you may not be in training until next fall, or maybe even early 2025, depending on. So it can be quick. So don't think that because some people it takes several months to get hired or a year to get hired by Southwest, that's everyone, because they actually are hiring the whole time, going through those applications. Now let's talk about tattoos. So this was new for me. I'm not sure exactly when the policy changed, but I found in their frequently asked questions kind of PDF page about the fact that Southwest is allowing visible tattoos now, within guidelines, within certain guidelines. So they're allowed on your hand and arm, and also on your foot and leg. You can have visible tattoos, no bigger than a credit card, which is standard in the industry for the ones who allow it. No tattoos it says no visible tattoos on your chest, neck, and face. Okay, so, but you can use your uniform to cover your neck and your chest tattoos if you had one. So you can use your scarf, you can use your hair, you can use dress, shirt, whatever, to cover if you had tattoos there. Also, you can only have one tattoo per adjacent area. So if you have like a hand tattoo, you can't also have an arm tattoo that's visible. You would have to wear long sleeves, right? The one that is super surprising to me out of this is the hand tattoo. It can be, I should have written it down, I think smaller than a quarter, but the information's in one of the pages I linked below. But you can actually have a hand tattoo. I don't think anyone else allows a small hand tattoo. So that's kind of cool. Bring in your individuality, bring in your whole self. So those are the things that I wanted to share with you that I think you need to know a little bit about the company. The company is a great company, a great airline to work for, one of the best airlines to work for as far as like a company point of view. They have the biggest 401k match in the industry. They will match 100% of your 401k contributions up to 9.3%. And they have a great health insurance plan, different options, different price points. I think flight attendant a solo flight attendant, like without family plan, could even get it for free at no cost or covered by the company. And they encourage their employees to bring their whole self to work, which is amazing. Like, what a nice, welcoming environment, or a nice, welcoming thing to put out there. So, get your resumes ready. If you would like help with your resume, help with interview coaching, I do offer those kinds of services. Information linked below. Otherwise, good luck on Tuesday, and I can't wait to see where your wings take you.